So now, ladies and gentlemen, live and in colour, it's Mr. Wayne Lovejuice.
The other day our producer Louis had a chat with an interesting chappie who said that the YouTube algorithms really aren't that happy if a channel only broadcasts once a week, so we decided we could text ya whenever we've got a piece of news in our new book on the track Xtra. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of On the Track Extra. My name's John Downs. I'm the director of the Centre for Fortean Zoology, and twice a week, on Wednesday evenings and Saturday afternoons, I bring you a show which tells you all sorts of things about hard science, weird shit, and surreality. What's surreality? Well, I'm not going to tell you, because if you don't know what surreality is, this is a very short show, and I don't think I've got time to explain it to you. Or have I?
I have some cookery made entirely out of speech.
Quite often the Wednesday evening show is a book review, because friend of the show, Mick Holland, and another friend of the show, Doug Whipple, both said that they wanted me and Richard to do more book reviews so they know what to add to their Fortean bookshelves. And we thought that was a jolly good idea, and so we've been doing that for quite a while. But this episode's book review is actually not really a book review, because it would be incredibly bad form for us to bring you a book review of something that we've published ourselves. So, this is telling you about the latest book from CFZ Press, and we think it's jolly good, and we hope that you guys, when you go out and buy a copy, will agree with us that it is really a smashing book. So, Richard, what have we got this time? What is it that we're talking about?
Eagle Clan Arawak Monsters by Damon Corrie. Damon Corrie is a hereditary chief of the Eagle Clan Arawak Tribe in Guyana in South America, and he was our guide on our hunt for the giant anaconda a few years back, which was undoubtedly the physically most grueling expedition we have ever done. Damon's stayed in touch with us. He's a great guy and a great guide, and he's written this book all about mysterious beings in the Eagle Clan Arawak mythology. So you have flesh and blood animals like the giant anaconda, the water tiger, the giant harpy eagle, and you have encounters with a mysterious tribe of red-faced pygmies, and then you have the more spiritual beings like the gods, goddesses, demons of land, air, and water. And as well as that, I've written a few appendices about my adventures with Damon when I was over there, and some of the creatures that he's dealing with.
I'm particularly impressed by the cover art and some of the internal pictures which come from an old friend of ours called Ant Wallace. They really are magnificent, aren't they, Richard?
They're fantastic, yeah. And Damon says he wants the artwork to put on his wall over in Guyana.
Well, I don't blame him. So, let's go in and a little bit more depth. Taking this totally out of the air, tell us a bit about the red-faced pygmies, because I know you had quite a lot of information given to you about them when you guys were in Guyana back in 2007.
Yeah, we had, everywhere we went, we met people that had seen these red-faced pygmies. Damon himself had seen one. And they're all talking about little people about 3.5 feet tall, with red faces that seem to be painted red, with some sort of natural pigment or dye or something. So they're not red faced like red faced monkeys. That they're wearing face paint, and they appear in the jungle, and they're supposed to be fond of tobacco. People leave out offerings of tobacco for them. In many ways they sound almost like fairies in European folklore, but they seem physically real. One guy we met, a hunter called Kennard, he said that his uncle used to have a motorbike, and I think this was back in the 60s or 70s, but he said one of these little red-faced pygmies would run out of the bushes at a certain point, and his uncle would slow down for him, and he'd jump on the back of the motorbike, get a lift, and then always jump off at a certain other spot. And he did the same thing every day. He never spoke, he just clung onto the back of the bike and then jumped off again. Damon said he was out once and he woke up, he was on some expedition somewhere, and it was dawn, and he woke up and he heard the zip of his tent coming down, and he said he saw one of these things peer in, and it seemed to be grinning at him, and he felt like he was frozen, and it stood there grinning at him and then sort of backed away and vanished.
So do you think that these are just an undescribed group of people? I say just, I mean, it's a fantastic idea that there are still uncontacted tribes around the world, or do you think it's something more Fortean?
Well, if they are Homo sapiens and they're the smallest of all the pygmies, my feeling is that they're more likely to be some form of hominin, something more akin to Homo floresiensis and Homo luzonensis. They seem to be able to use tools. I'm not sure if they make fire. I think it was said that they made fire, but I think they're something other than Homo sapiens.
Bollocks, I will fix that. Well, I don't know about you, Richard, but I'm incredibly proud of this book. It's taken ages to get together, and I'm very, very, very grateful to everybody who's worked so hard on it, especially you. I think it's a smashing book, and I think one of the things that's most important about it is that it is collecting into English creation myths and stories of mystery animals, people and spirits that 9 times out of 10 nobody in the so-called civilized West would have heard of. I think they're fantastic stories, and I'm very, very grateful to Damon for giving us the chance to publish it.
As far as I know, it's the first book written by a South American Indian chief on mystery animals.
If you want to buy a copy of this book, you can do it from this link, which is also going to be in the show notes below. So, boys and girls, that is one nice thing for you, and I have all sorts of other exciting news coming for you in the days and weeks that are creeping up over the horizon. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back on Saturday, and what am I going to be talking about on Saturday? Well, I'm not going to tell you, but this isn't because I don't know, because I haven't filmed it yet. We have got a real exclusive and some very, very exciting news for you. So we'll be telling them about this on Saturday. So until then, be seeing you.